We'll be started seated this morning, so find yourselves a comfortable cross-legged seat. We can rest the hands on the knees for a moment and just bring the eyes to a gentle close. Taking a moment to arrive in the space. Taking some conscious breaths. Some cleansing breaths, so really breathing in deeply through the nose. And perhaps letting everything out on a sigh. So clearing the space before you start your practice. Clearing your mind. Lovely. And perhaps do a little check-in and see how are you feeling on this Thursday morning? How are you feeling physically? How are you feeling emotionally? Without attaching too many stories to it, just observing. Lovely, and then when you're ready to, we'll gently flutter the eyes open. We'll inhale, look up, exhale, look down, chin to chest. And as you do this, you might already start feeling a slight tug or stretch in the back of the neck and the upper back. Lovely, and stay here. And then what we'll do, we'll interlace the fingers and place the hands on the back of the skull. So allowing the weight of the hands to apply a gentle pressure, a gentle tug, which will intensify that stretch in the back of the neck and the upper back of the body. Breathing here. Consciously. Lovely. And then on our next inhale, we'll lengthen the spine and open up, stretching the chest. Exhale, rounding again, chin to chest. Inhale, open wide, stretching the chest. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, open up, stretching the chest. Exhale, rounding. One last time, we'll inhale, come up, stretch the chest, and then we'll gently inhale, and on an exhale, we'll twist over towards the right, bringing a gentle twist in the upper back. And then we'll gently derotate back to center. Inhale, exhale, we'll twist over towards the left. Beautiful. Bringing that gentle twist in the upper body. And then we'll move back to center, gently derotating, and we'll release the hands. And then what we'll do, we'll want to really stretch the shoulders. So we'll interlace the hands and stretch and lengthen the arms at the back of the body. So like so. Really rolling the shoulders back. Breathing here and enjoying that lovely stretch and opening in the chest and the sternum. One more breath here. Lovely, and then we'll release. Give our arms a bit of a shake. And what I would like you to do next, and a bit of imagination is required, but we want to work in the upper back and the shoulders here. So imagine you have a rope in front of you and you're really pulling that rope towards you as energetically as possible, really activating the upper back and the shoulders. So really pulling one hand and then the other towards you. And in yoga, there's a lot of pushing action involved if you think of downward dog and planks, but not much pulling. So this is the idea, is really to activate those muscles in the upper back. Lovely. One more like this. Beautiful. And then we'll release. We'll interlace the fingers and we'll sweep the arms up and over. Really getting into stretching the sides of the body here. So really pressing the palms up towards the ceiling and feeling that lovely stretch. And perhaps, if you want to sway gently from side to side to intensify that stretch, you're happy to do so. Lovely, and then we'll release the arms, bring them back down, and we'll make our way into all fours. So knees tracking beneath the hips, wrists tracking beneath the shoulders, spreading the fingers nice and wide. And we'll start with a few just simple cat-cows, inhaling, arching the spine. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, arching the spine. Exhale, rounding. And carry on like this a few more times at your own pace. Find your own rhythm here. Moving as fast or as slow as you need. And perhaps you can also close your eyes here, which might allow you to feel more into the body and what it needs this morning. One more round here of cat-cow, and then we'll meet in a neutral tabletop position. And our legs, our hips will stay exactly where they are, but we'll come into a puppy pose. So we'll reach our hands further forwards, much further forwards, related to the shoulders. And then on an inhale, we'll gently melt our forearms down towards the mat, bringing the chest down towards the mat and eventually resting the forehead on the mat, bringing a lovely opening and stretch into the upper body here. Don't forget to breathe. Lovely. And then very mindfully and gently we'll make our way back to all fours. And we'll take a bit of a balance here. So we'll inhale, bring our right leg out behind us. And you have an option here. Either you can rest the toes of the right foot on the mat, or you can bring the foot up into the air. So really lengthening and pressing that sole of the foot into an imaginary wall, keeping the foot nice and flexed. Breathing here, activating the abs. Lovely, and then we'll bring the knee back down to center, coming back to tabletop, and then we'll take it over to the other side. So left leg out behind us, and again you have the option of the toes gently resting on the mat or the foot up in the air, creating a long line. Beautiful. Really pressing into the sole of the foot as if there was a wall behind you, really activating the whole of the left leg. Beautiful. And then we'll come back down and we'll build it up a little bit more. So this time, again, we'll take the right leg out behind us. Again, take the option that suits you best this morning. And then if we want to add a bit more of a challenge, we can lift the left arm out in front of us. Reaching through the fingers of the left arm and really pressing into the right foot. Pressing and reaching in opposite directions. One more breath here. Beautiful. And then we'll come back down and take it over to the other side. So this time left leg out behind us. And if we want that extra challenge, we'll add the right arm. Reaching in opposite directions and not forgetting to breathe here. One more breath here. And then we'll release. Beautiful. And we'll gently come and sit on our heels. And again, with this idea to open up the shoulders, what we'll do is bring our arms behind us and grab hold of opposite elbows, like so. And you have an option here. You can either just simply sit on your heels, or we can come up onto the knees, tuck all 10 toes under, and then gently bring our seat towards our heels, stretching the soles of the feet and the balls of the feet. Opening up the chest. And breathing into the stretch. Lovely. And then we'll gently release the arms. Place the palms on the mat in front of us. And we'll gently start unraveling towards a forward fold. So we'll come up onto our feet and walk the hands back, and for the moment we can grab hold of opposite elbows and just hang here in our forward fold for a couple of breaths, letting the head, the neck hang loose, perhaps swaying from side to side. And you can keep the knees nice and bent. Lovely. And then when you're ready to, we'll gently roll back up to standing, one vertebra at a time, until the last thing that comes up is your head. Lovely. Beautiful. Let's gently walk towards the top of our mat now. really grounding down through all four corners of the feet. And we'll take a flow here to start warming and bringing heat into the body. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, gazing at the fingertips. Exhale, we'll swan dive all the way forward, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Pick up the right foot, send it back behind you, dropping the right knee. Finding your balance here and then sweeping the arms up, low lunge. Relax the shoulders, open the chest. Inhale deeply and then on an exhale, we'll twist over towards the left, opening up the arms into a T shape. Lovely, reaching the fingers in opposite directions. One more breath here, and then we'll gently de-rotate back to center, bringing the arms up. Exhale, we'll bring the arms down, framing the front foot with the hand. Pick up the right knee and step back to downward facing dog. Lovely, taking any movement here that feels good in your dog. Perhaps walking one leg and then the other. Beautiful. And then when you're ready to, we'll gently either hop or walk the feet back towards the hands, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. And then on an inhale, we'll sweep the arms all the way up, gazing at the fingertips. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer at heart center. Lovely. And let's do the same on the opposite side now. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, gazing at the fingertips. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Pick up the left foot and send it back behind you. Dropping the left knee. Finding your balance and inhale, sweep the arms up. Low lunge. Take a nice breath here. And then on your next exhale, we'll open up towards the right, lengthening the arms into a T shape. Beautiful. Side twist. Reaching the fingers in opposite directions. Lovely. De-rotate back to center, bringing the arms back up. Low lunge. Exhale, bring the arms down, framing the front foot with the hands. Picking up the left knee, stepping back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Few breaths here in your dog, and then we'll gently walk the feet to meet the hands at the front of the mat. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, we'll sweep the arms all the way up, gazing at the fingertips. Exhale, bring the prayer down to heart center. Lovely. And just take a moment here to close the eyes and observe any shifts in the body. Observe if you feel any different to when you started your practice. Lovely. And then we'll carry on with our flow, but bring an extra challenge here. Rather than going down to low lunge, we'll keep it in a high lunge, and I'll guide you through that. So we'll gently inhale, sweep the arms up, gazing at the fingertips. Exhale, folding forward, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, and we'll step the right foot back. Keep the knee nice and high. Find your balance here, and then we'll inhale, sweep the arms up, high lunge. Taking a nice breath here, relaxing the shoulders, opening the chest. Legs are strong. Inhale deeply, and on an exhale, we'll twist over towards the left, opening up the arms, just like we did in the low lunge variation. Working on your balance, and then we'll gently derotate back to center, high lunge. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Step back to dog. Couple of breaths here in your dog. Lovely. And then we'll gently walk the feet to meet the hands at the front of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, gazing at the fingertips. Exhale, bring the prayer down to heart center. Deep breath here, and then we'll take it over to the other side, bending the knees, inhaling, sweeping the arms up overhead, reach for the sky. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Pick up the left foot, send it back behind you. Keep the knee high. Find your balance and stability here, and then we'll inhale, sweep the arms up, high lunge. Find strength in the legs. The back leg is nice and strong. Relax the shoulders. Open the chest. Breathe deeply. And then on an exhale, we'll open up towards the right, stretching the arms in opposite direction. Lovely, and then we'll gently derotate back to center, high lunge, bringing the arms up. Exhale, frame the front foot with the hands and step back to downward facing dog. Lovely. If taking a vinyasa is in your practice, go for it. If not, just stay here in your dog, walking the legs, bending one knee and then the other. Lovely. And then we'll gently bring the knees down to the mat, and we'll all meet in an extended child's pose. Bringing the forehead gently down to the mat. Allowing the practice to wash over you. Breathing into the back of the body, the sides of the body. Lovely, and then we'll gently walk our fingers back towards the knees, coming up into an upright position, and then we'll shift the legs, bring the feet out in front of us. And what we'll do, we'll gently release and come down towards the mat with control, releasing the back. And when we get there, we'll hug the knees into the chest. Lovely. And we'll imagine that we are sitting on an imaginary bicycle here for a moment. And what we'll do, we'll pretend that we're cycling with our legs. So take it nice and slow. Really working into the knees and waking up the legs. Lovely. And then we'll imagine that we're cycling backwards, so we'll just reverse that motion. Lovely. And then we'll gently release. You can hug the knees into the chest for a moment. And then we'll just let the legs out long on the mat. Arms by your sides, palms facing up. Gently bring the eyes to a close. And for a moment here, enjoy the stillness before your busy days start. Allowing each exhale to let you melt a little bit deeper into the mat. Beautiful. And then when you're ready to, you can start bringing a bit of movement back to the body. So perhaps moving the toes, the ankles, the fingers. Perhaps stretching the arms overhead and give yourselves a full body stretch. Imagine that you're waking up for the first time today. Lovely, and we'll gently bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a big hug. And then we'll gently roll up into a comfortable seated position. Taking a moment to adjust to being upright. And very gently we'll inhale, sweep the arms up, welcoming this new day, bringing the hands to prayer, and then gently releasing the prayer down to the forehead for kind thoughts, down to the mouth for kind words, and down to heart center for kind actions. And we'll bow together to seal the practice. Thank you so much.